Good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever applies to you guys. This is DJ for 35mm to Life and my amazing co-host, Mike.
Hi.
And we have a special guest appearance here from one of our favorite friend photographer, neighborhood Spider-Man, Kalli.
Heyo.
Heyo. Of Kalli Captures. I'll make sure to add your social media in there so
That's
people
the one.
can see it.
That's Kalli's Captures.
Because
Captures with a K.
that's the kind of environment that we're all trying to build here is helpful for each other, photographers, all that kind of stuff.
Heyo.
So this is the first episode inside this new space.
It may look a little different than DJ's
my dining room. Super fancy dining room, okay?
Up.
Leveling it a little bit.
It actually looked pretty good when the video actually comes out.
That's true,
not terrible. I mean, my background was ass, but you had a blue, nicely lit background.
I still don't understand why you were so much darker though than I was. Like, it's just so confusing.
It's my skin tone.
Oh, well, that's
brown jokes.
Yeah. See, I can't.
I'm not gonna
I can't say that. We can't say that. We can't. We're not allowed to say that.
Yeah, no.
Exactly.
I'll be here. Let me sip my literal tea.
That's the tea. Gosh, we're gonna have a fun time.
So,
first guest too.
Real
New
quick.
studio space. We're doing it big time now.
I'm so excited. Thanks for having me, guys.
So while I was looking up the stuff from some of the future guests that we're gonna have, I found a very interesting photo of a certain somebody.
We're starting this
No
quick.
way.
That links. Yeah, no, right. Band-Aid off.
No, I'm not supposed to not see it.
So right, no, because so I found this. So it's actually on a video. You're in this video for like 2 seconds, and I immediately recognize you because your smile, like it's a very signature of you.
Signature Kalli smile.
Signature Kalli
Kalli's
smile.
capture.
Kalli's captures. Kalli smiles. Okay, and so you're in there twice, and both very very short. And I saw it the first time. I was like, that's not her. And then the video kept going, and then I saw this, and I was like, oh, it is her. I watched it again, and then screenshot it.
Oh, my
So
Lanta.
one of his friends, Bryce, BB Images, right?
BB Images.
17 years old, amazing dude.
Yeah, no, I'm totally love him.
Yeah, I found
Hey,
your...
that is me. That's the one.
That's lit. Oh, yeah.
So
that was a morning. I literally picked Bryce up at like 5 a.m, and we had a sunrise shoot in Tahoe, and it was absolutely
sick.
epic.
look at that smile.
Oh,
like how pure,
appreciate
like how
Signature.
pure and like just it's pure.
It's better than ours, that's for sure.
everyone's beautiful in their own way.
Yeah, in their own way.
Yeah,
So
it was
the
a
photographer.
beautiful. This is our first time actually meeting in person.
I know.
So finally,
So
nice to
excited.
put a face to the images I see online.
All the Instagram
Me
vids.
and Kalli have been
things.
besties for like a year.
But I
Stick
have
it
to
down.
make the best first impressions, right? So I get out of my car, coming into the studio, and I'm like, I reach for my coffee cup. I jump out the car. The lid pops off. Coffee spills everywhere. I'm like, damn it. Do I have time to go home? Nope, I do not have time to go home. I'm just going to have to deal with coffee-stained pants and shoes. And Kalli was nice enough to try to get coffee out of my white
Did my
jacket.
best.
It's not bad. It's not
No,
bad.
yeah, not
Except
at
you
all.
were waddling around like a penguin. So
I was.
that was pretty fun.
I'm so sticky. This is not the first impression I was hoping for. Hi, I'm sticky
It was
Mike.
like coffee from like everywhere. It was like on the shirt, all the way down to the pants, everywhere.
brutal.
And the shoes? Not the
Yeah,
shoes. Not the
shoes,
Nikes.
not the
Oh,
Nikes.
goodness.
Not the
Brutal.
Nikes and the sweater, which you really did try to take. You tried to. She would. So I spilled the coffee, unfortunately, and Kalli was like, "Hold my beer, I got this." Except it wasn't beer, it was
Hold
tea.
my tea.
And she took it into the bathroom to do some like secret ninja warrior
It's
something
pretty
to
good.
get
It's
it
a
It's
clear.
pretty good.
And so we're in here setting up, and like 2 minutes later, all I hear from the back room is, "Shit!" And I was like, "Is it coming out?" No. Just no. It's not.
So
It's
sad.
staying in there.
Well,
It's a female thing, though. We always have that. We're ready to clean and to help and to assist. It's a thing, you know.
I love the offer and the help. But man, coffee. Oh,
But yeah, brown on white, rough.
brown on brown pants too. There's just a giant puddle of caramel macchiato.
Starbs.
Starbs.
Sent you a text.
You sent me a text that I can't get on my computer because I'm not connected to Wi-Fi. So here it is.
Okay, that's true. I didn't think about that. I'm a photographer,
I'm a photographer,
not an
a
audio
videographer.
engineer. We've been over this. That's literally the name of one of our episodes.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, because I screwed up the audio on 2 of them, the first episode and episode 5.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, it was episode 5.
We've
I
already
remember.
lost track.
You have. I remember my mistakes. Did you get the text?
I got the text.
Okay, cool.
Yes, you see this? I got
No,
the
you're good.
text.
I realized I was like, dude, it could be bad if, you know what I mean?
If
Okay.
anything goes off, right?
It'd be really bad.
Well, we'll be recording 2 episodes with Kalli, so that's
We will.
exciting.
Ayo, I'm
We
excited.
originally were just like, oh, we'll just do one like per guest, and that'll be what we do. And then realized maybe we should, I mean, especially with you, having two would be easy. I've talked to a couple of my other friends about them, about the guest spot, and they all say that they're like, yeah, I'm down for one. Sounds kind of cool. A couple of them are like, but that's about all I have to talk with is just one.
You
but
never
I was
know.
like,
With
Kalli is
us,
completely different.
With us, I bet we can talk for hours.
So Patrick wants to do 2 episodes.
Hey,
for sure.
there you go.
And then Kyle's just going to do one. And I have a feeling this podcast is going to be very rock climbing centric when he comes on.
Amazing.
That's his thing.
That's going to be dope.
So yeah, it's going to be great.
I'm not going to have any input.
Also, I am using this brand new mic here. This is a
I'm
birthday
not
present
brand new
from Rosa.
Oh, love it.
I'm not a brand new mic.
You're a brand new mic. I have 2 new mics.
My name is Mike.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Nice to meet you, Kalli.
I don't know if you guys could hear, but there was literally crickets going off.
That should just like.
I know what I'm using for the clip and the short.
Oh yeah, it's the stare, bro. Go onto Epidemic Sounds and input like the cricket sound.
I probably.
Oh, it's gonna be so good.
Oh, it's so funny.
Or the Windows like when it shuts down.
Or what's the one? The wasted one. It's just my face.
Wasted. Just the word.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have fun with these edits. Apparently.
Sipping my tea again.
You're a professional.
Okay, you
so,
can spill the tea too, Kalli. What do you do
that'd be
as
good,
a
even outing
photographer?
Ooh.
And since I do follow your work, of course, but now I get to hear what's behind the images.
Yeah, so exciting. Oh my gosh. Spill the tea. What do I do as a photographer? Oh, interesting.
take amazing pictures.
Yeah, I take pictures.
She's the queen.
Obviously.
She's the queen of mini sessions.
Queen
I
of
am.
mini sessions, yes.
I do love my minis. My minis. I don't know, something special about having like just short photo sessions and like back to back. I'm an Energizer bunny, so when it comes down to doing like literally like 15 sessions in one day, like amazing.
Yes,
I love
I
it.
will.
Like sign me the heck up, but most everyone's like, you're a lunatic. I'm like, well, that's okay. I'll consider myself a lunatic, but whatever. I'm a lunatic with fashion.
Lunatic with passion.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Let's see. I started my business I was actually a freshman in high school or college, not
way.
freshman in high school, a freshman in college. I went and played college soccer in Utah.
Dope.
And about 6 months in, I was like, this is really not my jam. And so I got a camera for Christmas and went back to Utah and just started taking pictures of everything I could, from the wall to literally my friends that were like walking on campus. And then about 3 months later, I was sitting in my math class. We'll never forget it. Guy turns around. He's like, Kalli, I want you to shoot my wedding. I'm like, I hadn't attended a wedding. I hadn't been to a wedding. I didn't even know what I was going to do at a wedding.
Right.
It was a year and a half later was the wedding. So I'm like, I've got this. $200. Let's do it. So here we are.
$200.
Charged $200 my first wedding. And when that moment happened, I realized if someone else saw a vision for me that I didn't see, I better take it and run with it. And so I did.
Yeah. Okay.
Dope.
So
$200.
here's the
Let
thing.
me tell you,
So,
a year and a half later.
so this dude, what was his name?
Aaron, actually.
Aaron. Okay.
Aaron.
Got one of the like most premier Reno photographers to do a wedding for $200.
Yep.
Like, good. Okay. Like it blows my mind. Like it's literally like if we were to, like Bryce, right?
Yeah.
Having support for Bryce and the amazing stuff that he does too. Like what if he prints a picture, we buy it for like $20 just to get him going. He blows up bigger than Peter Lick, right?
Oh, Peter Lick.
Bam. Now I wouldn't sell the picture, but it'd be nice to be like, oh yeah, you would pay me, $300 million for this, wouldn't you? No. You know what I mean? $200 for a premier photographer? Pff, dope. Because I was doing mine for $500 in Hawaii when I started. But that was only because everything in Hawaii is expensive, and that's what I pitched it. Yeah, whole wedding, $500. And
We didn't know about charging before.
yeah.
This is true. Me either.
Like,
Literally.
First time you ever
was
get a
just-
wedding, you're like, 500 sounds good.
Totally.
Yeah. I
I'm
mean,
like, $200
it's
is
$500
shit.
I didn't have.
I mean, people, minimum wage, $9. If I get paid $200.
$9 minimum wage.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
I'm going to age
Go.
myself real quick. Look, when I first started working, it was $6. Okay. And then the law changed it. I saw you roll your eyes. They changed it to $6.25 while I was working at Subway, bro. Okay. $6.25 is not enough money for me to
$5
deal.
Those $5.12 footlongs.
It's not.
Oh, yeah.
It is not.
It's not even a foot long.
$6.25 is not worth dealing with the mouth breathers that came in there sometimes. Okay. Yeah, it was. I said pickles. Like, okay, all right, I get it. Like, you smell like
The
onions.
fog on the glass.
Just
Yeah.
that I have to clean
Yeah.
all the time. Okay. bro. Oh, and you know what? Now that you brought it up, $5 footlongs in Hawaii, not $5, like $12.
They got sued for that. Did you know that?
Shut up.
Yeah,
Hawaii
Subway
got sued?
No, Subway got sued.
Subway. I was gonna Hawaii
You
got
can't
sued.
sue Hawaii. We took their land already. Like, what are we going to sue them for?
That's true. That's very true. Oh my
Oh
god.
my goodness. No, it's true.
That's
Someone
hilarious.
was basically going and getting $5 footlongs, and on their commercials they're like $5 footlongs,
Right.
but it was more than $5 every time, and so they got sued for their false marketing.
Rip. That's so
$5.
$5 footlong.
Oh gosh.
Okay, sign us.
We're not singers either.
I was
apparently.
no, definitely not. I was texting Joel. He's the gentleman that runs the building or he's running this podcast space that we're in right now.
Thank you, Joel.
Yeah, Joel, you're amazing. I see the camera right there. I don't know if you're watching us, but well, I mean, there's our cameras and I see that one right there. Hi. Anyway, so this place is called Wheeler Car Rental. This is a shameless plug, by the way, but they're nice enough to open up the space that you guys can see here with all the lighting. It was set up this way when we showed up just to run this, and everybody that shows up gets the same thing. Essentially, you can move the room around if you want to, so it makes it unique. But Wheeler Car Rental, very local, one of a kind. They just they're on Google and stuff. You can find them. Everybody's been super friendly. I haven't met any of the staff yet, but Joel's been super friendly as far as setting us up with all this, which is great. So if you guys have any questions, you guys can message me, and I will give you the information about this place as we go. It's very easy to find as well. We're over near Wells, right off Wells. And the phone number, of course, I scrolled just past it as I was going to say it. If anybody wants to call and ask about any of your car rental needs, if you have family or friends coming to town, is 775-346-5578. And ask for Joel. So thanks again, Joel. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Joel.
Thanks, Joel.
Okay, advertisement over.
Advertisement over. This is actually like a plug. We have a proper plug.
We do. It's nice.
We're not sponsored, but we're
not sponsored, but we are
Japan.
sponsored
Sponsored by Japan.
by Japan. Actually, I was telling you this before too. We're gonna help him with photography and video around the place.
Yeah.
To help in the beginning because we're still building our audience, so it's gonna be cool.
It's me so.
It'll be fun. It'll be very fun.
I love
I'm excited.
collaborations.
Yeah.
Same.
And keeping it local, keeping it in the community.
Very important.
Very important.
So I have some questions for you, madam.
Yeah, let's go.
You're in the hot seat. Yeah.
I want it.
As the first
So-
guest of this podcast, yeah, she
Right?
has to be in the hot seat.
She does.
Absolutely.
So,
Throw me in. Put me in, coach.
so what camera do you shoot with?
Oh, I'm a Canon girly. This is tough.
I'm proud.
Oh, you're so sweet.
I
Yes,
mean-
Sony guy.
I mean, I'm Sony
Same.
now, but yeah, yeah, sure. We have the
We
Canon
all have
A1s, of
Canons,
course, obviously.
yeah.
That's funny. So Canon. You've been shooting Canon the whole time, or did you start with something else?
Whole time. Always Canon.
Proud of you.
Always.
So your
Look at you
first
go.
wedding was Canon 2?
Yep. T5i, baby.
Hey, yo. I think that was like one of our beginner camera talks too.
T3i, unfortunately.
T3i. Yeah. Close enough.
No, yeah, they are. I mean, it comes with a new, sleeker body style. No, it's the same thing.
From Costco, you know.
Dude, so
Costco
legit.
That
deal's
Costco deal
legit,
is too
I
good.
swear,
Did
yeah.
you actually? Okay, so in Hawaii, have you been to? There was only one Canon seller, like Canon, like licensed seller there. It's on Waialae. It's on the left hand side.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
driving down south.
That's my town.
Yeah,
Hey-yo.
it's right. Yeah, you're right there.
Mhm.
So there's a camera rental place, and then keep going down the street south, and on the left hand side of this one, and I do not remember the name. Extremely nice older couple that run it. Super super sweet, both of them. They've been doing it forever, and because you're a Canon gal, that'd be maybe a cool place for you to
Yeah,
check
that'd
out.
be cool.
It's super awesome.
I've seen it. I've walked past it quite a few times. But they're only open specific days. So I got to catch
Yeah.
the days I'm there.
So it's because it's definitely family run. I think his aunt or his niece. I know those are two different parts of the family tree, but one of those two helped them as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, yep.
Yep, that's
Got
it.
Nailed it.
My master's degree in genealogy.
That's what we want.
Oh no, we don't. No, we don't.
No, we
Nobody
don't.
wants that.
No, we don't.
So Canon.
Yeah, so
Canon,
Canon.
great,
Mm.
outstanding, cool.
Mhm. So
Um,
good. So good.
So you So
Canon
you started with mirror. Was the transition from DSLRs to mirrorless difficult for you?
Let's see. So I went from a T5i to a 6D, and then I went to a 5D, and then
Hey, yo.
went over
Mark-
to my
Mark
mirror.
one.
Mark 3. Mark.
Whoa. Yeah, you're
Yes,
right.
keep going.
Shoot. Let me get specific on this one. Mobby.
Look,
This
our
is a
tens of tens of
photography.
fans
like
require
Mark 3,
that.
Mark 4.
This is a photography
Mark 2?
podcast. We
Yeah,
will get into the
clearly.
details.
Someone's like, shoot
need to know
just a
this.
6D. That's it.
Just the 6D.
Just a 6D. It was a 5D Mark 4.
Nice.
Yep.
That's what I was
So-
shooting on too.
And then went over to the R6 It was definitely a transition. Oh my gosh. I was really optimistic about it. I think that was really the hard part about it was when I invested in it, I was like, oh my gosh, the eye tracking, megapixels, like all the things was just like amped. About 2 years in, I'm starting to have a little bit of a tension, me and Canon. Just eye tracking is not working the way that I expected it to. I've done all the things. I've even called Canon. Like I've gone to the extent of having a phone conversation.
And this is after the firmware update, right?
Yeah, this is with like
was it
everything.
firmware or software update?
Software
update.
Yeah.
So I can't believe I'm about to give him praise. Jared Polin of Fronos Photos.
Wow.
I know.
Wow.
I know.
We're 12, what is episode is this?
Yeah,
13 episodes in, and now you're giving him praise?
I know.
We talked so much shit about him.
Now that I think about it, when I did the intro, I actually didn't cover what episode this is. But anyway, I'm learning. He set up 3 cameras. I believe it was the A7 IV by Sony, the Z6 from Nikon, and I think it was the R6 from Canon, all next to each other with different models. Him and another model walking, and then he would do like a serpentine and then on a scooter and stuff. And he gauged to see which one tracked faster, furthest away, and how strong it became. So from what he was saying and from what I've experienced when I shot, because I was curious, Canon actually grabs the eye further away than the other 2 cameras do by a couple feet. But when it comes, once all 3 of them grab on, Sony sticks harder than all of them by far. And Nikon, unfortunately, just kind of fell behind in those. Originally, the new Nikons, apparently the new ones.
Classic Nikon.
Okay, for once, I didn't say it, but I knew you were going to, so it's fine.
We're just a bunch of haters.
Have to. Smash it.
So, I want...
Where is Nikon these days? Like, truly. Where are they? Like, what's going on with them? I don't know.
Learning. It's like,
kind of
like the minor league of
it's
photography.
like imagine like people running and then Nikon's just like slowly, like the slow motion in the back and like da-na-na-na, I'm coming. I'm trying to catch up. And Canon's like over here like running. And then there's Sony that's like,
Sony's at the end,
We've
like,
got
you
it.
guys got this.
Yeah, he's like,
You're doing great.
yeah, we'll be here.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll be here.
Time's a ticket.
Don't worry.
Time's a ticket.
Keep on going. Just keep going.
Yeah. That's just...
Not to hate on Nikon.
Okay, so
Right.
we're
Or
talking.
Nikon-
What we were
or
saying
Nikon
though
list
is
shooters. So from what he was saying and from what I have experienced with myself shooting the different camera bodies, Sony does seem to excel a bit in those, followed immediately by Canon. And then Fuji, and then Nikon. So it comes to personal preference. Like if you're doing like something slower moving, like weddings, it should be okay. But anytime you do sports, like that obviously comes into play. But you have more experience shooting weddings with the R6 than I do. So here's the question. Are you going to go for the R5? Are you going to get are you wait for the R6 too? Or are you going to switch to Sony?
Switch to Sony.
these are some. This is a hard admittance
or
on
let's
camera.
go for door number 4.
Oh yeah, what's door number 4?
Ringing in at a whopping $90,000, a phase 1, 100 megapixel medium format camera. It's also very heavy.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look like a camera. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Totally. Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to lie. I want a phase 1 just to say that I have one. Like literally just to brag
say.
about it. Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
just for
keep
for
it in the office and never use it in your life.
Ever.
Yeah.
And if anybody looks at it, be like, you owe me $5 just for looking at it. Yeah.
Just
so
the
you can
eye
pay off the
contact.
loan that you put onto the. You looked at my camera, $5. That's for my loan.
I want a foot long, $5.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. You knew this. You know the $5.
Feed me, Seymour, feed me. So yeah, what are you gonna do?
I am really, the thing that gets me about Sony is colors. Like Canon really has it on top of their colors.
They're really good with their colors.
Just,
that's true.
And I'm a color person. Like colors, you look at my edits, you look at the way that I work, like colors are my jam. And every time I've used Sony, I feel like it's more, it just doesn't run me the right way. But like eye tracking, that is also so important to me. So like right now I'm sitting in this, like, I feel like I'm in this teeter-totter of like, well, the colors, but also like I'm more focused when I'm shooting. I'm having to think about, is it tracking the eye? Am I actually getting this in focus? And that's so important when you're shooting things that are like very memorable. You know, lots of proposals, lots of things. And but it's like the colors are so good. And then I actually went back and started shooting with my 5D again. So hear me out on this one.
So I
reverted.
Sorry.
So
do you shoot both at the same time?
So I had both. So now I carry both in when I shoot any shoots.
So
I have
you have
R6
CR2 and
5D.
CR3 files then as you're editing them, your RAWs.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is a lot.
That
That's
is
dedication.
a lot.
Doesn't matter. We do the things.
You do?
We do the
Right?
She's like, I do what I do, and I make it work.
yeah.
Shut up.
There's no right or wrong way. There's just the way that you do it.
She's like, I'm in the hot seat, DJ.
Yeah.
Let
You're
me
a Sony
speak.
person.
Let me speak.
Get out of here. What are you guys? Because you guys aren't CR3s. What is Sony?
Oh yeah, so Sony is.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I made this
Look at
joke
the
before
Sony
to Aaron.
cameras.
So
Fourth wall.
Sony's RAW files are AWR, and I thought it was funny. I was like,
Right.
Sony can't even spell RAW right, and it's. And
Oh.
I know that. It's,
You
and
did not.
I did, Aaron. So
Oh
Aaron, when I switched,
gosh.
and Aaron's giving me shit about switching, and I was like, come on, Sony can't even spell RAW right, and Aaron started laughing, and George's like, what do you? Oh. I was like, well, I mean, I know it stands for something completely different, but it is AWR. Ironically, though, so when the A7 IV came out, these ones right here, when they came out earlier last year, you couldn't edit the pictures on Photoshop and Lightroom. The codec did not pick them up right.
Mm-hmm.
I bought the R5 from the camera store here, and I took it to San Francisco, and I took one of my favorite pictures I've ever taken, the Lombard Street one.
Right.
But I couldn't edit that for a month and a half.
I remember that. I remember coming over and talking to you about that.
And all I could show you was like, look
Yeah.
at these
Yeah.
TIFF files.
Like one
But-
day.
Oh
Yeah,
gosh, the TIFF
eventually.
files.
Yeah. Because so I had to download Sony's proprietary editing program, edit the pictures on there, and then export them. And they exported as, I honestly can't remember if it was a TIFF or a DNG, but those were the files that I had to use if I wanted to show anybody. And the colors just weren't there; they weren't what I wanted or anything. So, but yeah, the files were just, it was too new. And you try to upload in Lightroom, and Lightroom's like, and it just freaks out, and it just won't even pull. It was like, you don't even have a card in, bro. Like, yes, I do. So, yeah, I got irritated.
What do I do? What do
Yeah,
I
it
do?
was.
What do I do?
Man.
That's tough.
Frustrating.
That's tough. But you know what also Sony has is weight.
Yes.
The weight. Man, I cannot with Canon lenses and
Oh,
the
man.
bodies.
And
mean-
wait. Oh yeah, no, I didn't think about that. You're right, because these are the 24-70 GM2s,
Yeah.
and they're very light.
They're
Super
so,
light.
Like, I remember holding yours. I'm like, this is what?
Right.
It's a paperweight.
Do you shoot? Do you have a Sigma 24-70 or do you have the Canon 24-70?
Canon.
Canon. Okay. There's a gram
I
difference
don't shoot
between
on
the two.
anything
But
Sigma. I'm literally hardcore.
like
Canon.
native
wait,
glass,
hold on.
native
Like,
glass.
Wait.
Canon till the
Wait.
end.
You've never shot Sigma before?
No, I've never shot Sigma.
Okay. When you and I do our friends shoot, I want you to try the 35 prime Sigma that I have on that Sony, and see if you like it.
Okay, you're just dropping little seeds for me to get a Sony. Like this is strictly your
This is how you do
point.
it.
This is how you
Sony-
do this.
Sony bought me off, man.
Yeah,
There's a lot of money. There's a lot of zeros.
Who's sponsor?
I want them to buy me off so I can pay for my
Oh,
student
man.
loans.
Yeah,
You-
yeah, okay, right. If
Talking about
Sony
loans again.
sponsored,
Yeah.
you're right. Oh, you're.
I like
You're
how
damn right I will
we all
change.
went completely different directions with our sponsorship on it. Like,
He's like, babe, it was
I'm just
student
like,
loans.
I just want to have money. He's like, student loans, buy. I'm out.
I'm like, I'll switch from Canon.
This is different reason. But you've never really shot like anything other than native glass. Because the
insane.
Sigma 85, that's what I used a lot on
Mm.
my previous
Super good.
stolen body.
Ooh,
That was a
heard
Oh, you
this.
did? Oh, you did it.
Yes,
Okay.
right.
Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah.
so crazy. But the Sigma 85 was money. I used that a lot. That like lived on my camera.
Oh,
all
I love
the
the
time.
85s.
Yeah.
But it's so interesting that I just love all my Canons. Like they're all Canon.
But I also
It
think
was
we
so
talked
hard for me
about
to
that.
switch.
We talked about it too. Like native glass on your native camera is just
Right.
a lot
It's
better.
different.
There's-
But
it's-
also with getting the mirrorless, then you have to have the adapter. So you're
Mhm.
really not.
Right.
Then you're
Right.
going to an EF.
Plus,
and
yeah. 'cause
my
it-
EF, my RF lens got stolen. So I'm right there with you.
oh,
my
that's right.
R35.
that's
Yes.
so sad.
Short
Hey,
plug.
if you're listening to this and you think you're
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm cool, you're not.
Mhm.
Okay.
No.
I talked about this before. If you steal from
Any-
anybody, like if you're a thief of any kind, don't listen to my podcast. I don't want you here.
Yeah.
I don't want you near any of my
want
friends.
Get out.
It's just
Straight.
it's so like why, bro? Like we
Why?
work so hard for the stuff that we
Right.
have.
Mm.
We work so hard to improve our craft, and you're just gonna take stuff from us. That's why
It's-
San Francisco is so risky to shoot in.
Mhm.
When I was there.
Totally.
67 break-ins a day.
I got my car got broken into. My windows got bashed in when I was
Oh
there.
my gosh.
Yeah, it was
This- the-
horrible.
Her?
Stacy.
Stacy.
I know.
Stacy's windows?
Poor
Yo,
Stacy.
Stacy's a beast, bro. Like
Stacy's a beast. I lived in my
Yes.
car. I lived in my
Crazy.
car for 8 months. Stacy was my home. Still kind of like really is like a part-time
your
home for
home,
me.
and surprisingly did not smell like an apartment though.
No, I sage it. I Palo Santo her.
Nice.
She's a zen, baby.
Gets better than juju. She's
Yeah,
like, get out of here.
of course.
Go away.
Yeah, get out.
Get out.
We don't need you here. We don't need any
All
of
the
it.
bad juju.
Golly.
Be gone.
Be gone. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh
It's a
man.
thing. This is truly a thing.
I hope you don't mind, but I talk to a lot of people about you. and it's all bad stuff.
It's
No.
But no,
So good.
so no,
Expect nothing less.
so a lot of people, there's every, like when I hang out and we, take a picture, post, whatever, people are like, oh, who's this? And I tell them, oh, it's Kalli. And I point them towards your social media and I tell them that we were talking about this in the last episode, me personally, and you can hit me from there. I know you can. You don't have a knife, do you? Okay.
She
So
might.
out of the 100% amazingness that is your career, 90% of that to me is your knowledge and your skill and your know-how, editing, all that kind of stuff. But that 10%, I think is what actually makes you successful. That 10% is what makes you you. And that's your personality, your energy, the rapport that you build with your clients, which is why I was drawn to you so much when I first saw you, because I try to do the same thing. I try to meet, like it's in my contract. It's in my stipulations for any photo shoot that I do is I try to meet my clients ahead of time. But your rapport with your clients, that's how people come back to you all the time. And so that's my breakdown of your skill. But I tell everybody, I was like, she works really hard. She lives in her car. She doesn't care. She's got like the gypsy thing going on and she loves it and she rocks it. And you would never know. You know what I mean? You never, you're like, roll out of the back seat, look like you just, you know what I mean? Like nobody would ever know.
You're so sweet. Goodness.
And
I didn't even have a mirror for so long. I'm like, I don't even know what I look like today. But
and you had your mom's van for a little bit too, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
This dude, you should have seen this van.
Sick.
Dude,
Oh my
amazing.
God. It was a Sprinter?
It was
the Ram?
a Ram Pro Master.
Ram.
Yeah, she took off to Florida, and I was like, I'm taking over the van. So I took it over, and it was epic. It was so nice to have like a new space, but also I actually enjoyed the car more, which is
Really?
funny. Yeah, in a very interesting way.
Why?
Because it was more. I didn't have to have this massive space. So imagine you move into a new place, right? DJ, you just moved into a new place.
Yes, sir.
You have these new noises, you have these new sounds, and you're adjusting to them. Okay, well now
upstairs.
put that into a space with 4 wheels. Now you're out somewhere new. You're hearing these new noises. You're hearing a new crack here. You're hearing a new bang on this side. You're going to bed. You're hearing these things. I just had that new type of adjustment. And when I was in my car, I knew that I had access to every point in my car at all times. And I knew that I could see left when I dropped down the bed. I couldn't see out here. And it was almost overwhelming, which is so funny. I've truly embraced this act of minimalism to the utmost perfection. And can you believe that a van was too big for me?
No.
That's insane.
Yeah, a little bit.
It was too much.
So okay, I actually I can compare a little bit. So we never had huge houses growing up. We were comfortable as a family. We were fine, but we just lived in smaller homes.
Mm-hmm.
I joined the Army at 17. Went to Germany when I was 18.
Thank you for your service.
My pleasure. Appreciate it. And I was always used to smaller rooms like this. This room that we're in right now is a little bit smaller than the normal room that I'm used to. And all the way up until I got out in 2015, that's what I was used to. Then I moved into a small room in my friend's house and then my next friend's house. And then I found my first apartment, which is 127 square feet. And then I moved into my next apartment, which was 250 square feet, which is like a mansion to me. So I was so used to that smaller size. When I moved into the house over here out in Cold Springs, it was too big for me because it was just me, right? And that was 3-bedroom, 2-bath.
Right.
And I was like, well, I'll just have guests over all the time. And I did, but the rest of the time they weren't there, it sucked.
Yeah.
It's completely empty. So the place I have now for me, perfect.
Totally.
Just me and the cat.
Well, it's also so different too when you have windows and walls and just being inside a building. Moving to Hawaii was definitely an experience and a transition for me to have oh my gosh, I have a closet. Whoa, I'm hanging up my clothes. I'm showering or I'm sleeping in a bed. That was such a concept to me that was out of my norm. I mean, I did in total about a year and a month and a half on the road. And gosh, it just but the cool part about living on the road that I really believe was that my car was my whole house in a way, but my car was just where I was sleeping and nature got to be my home.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. I did see a lot of your posts where you'd have the back of the car open and you just have your feet kicking out and you have
so
your
good.
food in front of you.
Yes.
Whatever vegan monstrosity you're eating.
Okay.
You actually vegan?
Plant-based.
Yeah, she's a lawnmower.
Not
That's what I call them, lawnmowers.
Yeah. Give me all that green. All the green, baby.
But I see those pictures and it just motivates me. The car that I bought it for the same exact reason because I like to go camping. I camp
I'll
in
never
my
forget
car.
when DJ calls me Kalli. I can't wait to do what you do. Like, what?
Because I had that Fiat before.
Sends me a link. I'm like, dope. The car that I wanted. Sick.
I didn't know.
Like, me and Ivory and Stacey are going to have a little fun times, huh? Cool. You're 4-wheel drive? I'm not. Love that.
I felt bad after that. She's like, she's sitting down and she's like, oh, this is exactly what I wanted. And I was like,
yeah,
sorry.
So cool. I mean, see him a week later. I'm like, he's like, I've got the net. He had more stuff prepared for life on the road. I'm like, I've done this for how long? And I have none of that. Exactly.
Which is why I gave you a home defense item.
You did.
Yep, to help because it made me feel better. And I just bought an axe for the car too. So not for like but like firewood.
Wait, one more time? Yeah, got it.
Okay. Nice. So I feel like this might have been a bit much, but but yeah, so for wood and stuff, I literally just picked it up today, but
for wood and stuff, huh?
Wooden stuff.
Yes. Mannequins.
What's the other stuff?
Yeah.
Well, the next person that cuts me off will find out.
Yo.
Ouch.
And in Reno, that could be anybody.
That could be anybody.
It's dangerous here.
It's true.
So you've been in Hawaii for 3 months now?
I moved there December 29th.
Of last year?
Of last year.
Okay.
So crazy. What island?
No, Oahu.
You've been to other islands yet?
So I actually moved to Oahu, never been to Oahu, but I had been to Kauai and the Big Island. Loved both of those. And then I just got to go to Maui for the first time, which was such a cool experience because the last time that I was actually there was in the womb. My mom was 7 months pregnant and she was living on Maui. My mom was a photographer. She was a whale photographer with film. She shot all film of
I love your mom.
whales.
She's
so cute.
out there. She's so awesome.
Love her. And so we got to go back together, which was like such a magical experience. It was her first time going back since she left with me in her stomach. And then we got to go back, me now living out there. It was just like this whole synchronistic, beautiful experience.
And your guys' smiles were just amazing. Like I was following every time you're like, Kalli uploaded a new picture into this album, and I was like, view.
Oh,
amazing. Super happy about everything. It was dope. And we've been playfully talking about going to Molokai.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's my favorite island by far. Yeah, it's gonna be. We definitely will. I have a contact there to get a rental car too for us.
Amazing.
So he actually just messaged me a couple days ago. And ironically, his name is Mike.
Oh,
there's a lot of mics.
Lots of new mics, huh?
A lot of new mics.
Oh, yeah, catching on.
This one, that one.
Yeah. Got it. We're here.
Oh,
goodness, but Hawaii's amazing. Gosh, one of a kind. Definitely such an experience.
So can I put you on blast for a second?
Absolutely.
Like he always does.
So when hey, and you're more than welcome to call me out because I am not perfect. But I bought this camera bag like 7 years ago. It's a 42-liter Gitzo, and I love this bag. It's sturdy. It's amazing. It covers everything I need. I can carry it on the plane. And when Kalli moved, she's like, I have so much stuff, and I wish I had a little more space or whatever. And I was like, well, you can borrow my camera bag and take it with you. And she's like, what kind of camera bag is that? And I was like, it's like this one. I showed her. She's like, that's perfect. And she just like left, and I never heard from her again. So she carried everything to Hawaii in the bag. And I have this AirTag. I have one AirTag on my motorcycle, and I have an AirTag in the camera bag. So I messaged Kalli one day. This is like, I don't think I've seen the bag for months at this point, but I knew you were busy. But I sent her a message. I was like, hey, are you at this address? And she's like, yeah, yes. Why? And I was like, I just wondering. And I told her that I was like, there's a tag in my bag, and the pass was closed. She was in Sacramento.
Yeah.
Pass was closed. So she's like, I can't bring it to you right now because the pass is closed. I was like, no, it's cool. I'm just, messing with you, whatever. So I watched my bag go to Hawaii. Okay. She goes back to Hawaii. And I called you like 2 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. And I was like, do you want to know where it is? And she's like, yes.
Let me hold the phone. Hold my beer. Let me just also put this on that I was so frustrated with the fact that I couldn't find out where the AirTag was in the bag.
The whole point of the AirTag.
But in my defense, I forgot that it was in there. I wasn't like tracking you, but I hid it so that nobody could find it, because if somebody steals my camera bag while I'm en route to the location, I'm calling the cops.
But the worst is that it makes noises when you move it. So
I didn't know that.
Oh, really?
I didn't know that.
Know this, really? Huh? Don't know this.
Well, the bag never left my side. How would I know?
or alerts everyone that's around me. It's like popping up on my friends' phones. They're like, do you have an AirTag? I'm like, I don't know. Do I have an AirTag? I don't know. Who's following me? Who's stalking me? Where is it?
No.
Couldn't figure it out. You want to hear the funniest story? So all of a sudden I have this big old bag. I'm like, DJ, he calls me. We're on the phone. He's like, do you want to finally know where it's at? I'm like, yeah, I would love to know where this AirTag is. He's like, check under the foam. I'm like, okay. So I lift the bag up. Well, what had been happening was I would lift the bag up and the AirTag would slide to the other side. So I would open it up and it wouldn't be there. And I would hear it ding-a-ling-ling. So I would stick the bag to my ear and it would go down. And then I would check in the other side and it would slide down to the bottom. This was repetitive. Not going to lie. I felt really idiotic, like a damn lunatic. I was like, DJ? I'm like, it makes noise. He's like, it makes noise?
Really
I'm like,
didn't know.
you've got to be kidding me.
I really didn't know.
Gotta be kidding me. It's still so, claimed fame. I classic Kalli left it in Hawaii.
So that was the other thing. I was like, hey, did you bring my bag
You're like,
with
you're
you?
in Reno?
And she's
Yeah.
like, yeah. And I was like, oh, you left the AirTag in Hawaii. And like, it was, this is exactly how the conversation went. Hey, did you bring my bag this time? Yeah, it's in the car. Okay, cool. Cause you left the AirTag in Hawaii. Fuck.
Just didn't want you to watch me anymore. Just didn't need you to stalk me.
You know what would have been really funny? And I would have laughed. Like, what if you gave it to like one of your friends or something?
Right?
And it just like, I see it like slowly moving around and be like, somebody stole my bag. Somebody stole my bag. Kalli, somebody stole my bag with your stuff in it. Please get my AirTag back. By the time I get that AirTag back, I'm going to have to replace the batteries again.
Oh, get out. Oh, come on. Wrong.
You owe me $25.
Yeah. Okay. Price of fee.
$25.
Wrong.
Loan fee.
Yeah.
Yeah, loan fee. Deej fee.
The Dejay fee. Oh, there it is.
That's a tariff.
That's a tariff. It crossed seas. You're gonna pay duty on that one. Thank you.
Duty free.
Goodness
Hello.
gracious. But shout out to you. The bag's amazing.
I'm
Get
glad
So
you like
bags. Love it. It's so phenomenal. I truly didn't realize how much camera gear I had until going to Hawaii. Like moving everything out of my car. I was like, I think I'm okay. Like I don't have a ton. I have a total of 11 lenses.
Oh my.
Well, you were trying to downsize a little bit when you moved, right? You were like,
I downsized
contemplating
everything
selling? Yeah.
but my camera stuff. I have 3 bodies. I still have my 60, still have my 5D, and have my
Incredible.
R6. And I have my film, and I have my my vlog camera.
That's like more
And
than
the
the
film's been
car
good,
that
right?
you're living.
Yeah, shout out
Yeah.
to the A1. I have
job,
a little bit of
Ryan.
difficulties with it. I just have some film not work, but it's okay.
temperature. We were talking
It's a
about
learning
that the other
process.
episode, yeah. Film was hard.
But it was of the Eddie iCow, and I
Yes.
shot the entire day on film, and turns out I just put the film in wrong. It was all a me problem, and you know what? You learn the
really
hard
hard.
way. It's okay.
The thing is like I can't
happens.
even judge you. No, oh my god, I can't believe I'm gonna call myself out right this. I did a shoot with a friend of mine the other day, and I brought my my Yashica and my Canon A1 with me for the shoot. It was loaded with film. I couldn't remember what film was in it, but I had the ASA meter set. So I was like, I'm just gonna take some pictures, and if it comes out cool, and I didn't charge her, hanging out the entire day. I take pictures. I go to wind both of them. They're empty. We spent an hour and a half on Windy Hill with her car. She has a really, really nice car, and her dog, adorable. Lucky, I know you know I'm talking about you. And there was nothing. They were completely empty. But she was so cool about it. She's like, whatever, shit happens. And I'm like, I guess.
Yeah, but that feeling, that pit
Yes,
feeling,
exactly.
it's that. It's
Exactly.
That. It's
Oh, man.
different.
I remember when I turned in my roll of film and Aaron calls me and like 30 minutes later he's like, hey, your film is all overexposed. And I was like, damn it. I spent a whole day trying to shoot film and now it's just ruined.
Oh gosh, the worst is when I got the email. It was like, you have 2 blank films.
Oh.
They both came back with nothing on them. I'm like, you can't be serious. You cannot be serious. Like, there's no way. I like remember calling them. I'm like, what happened? What happened? They're like, it's not exposed at all. So then I went back into the good old shout out to Treehouse. And
I'm glad you like them.
love them. Such gems
super
there.
sweet.
Angels. Walk back in. I'm like, so what happened? She's like, let me show you how to put the film in. I'm like,
Unfortunately.
that's cute.
Can I, the lady you talked to, is she the kind of shorter black hair Asian?
Oh gosh. DJ.
I don't remember her name. That's why. But she just coincidentally, she was always the one that I ended up talking to when I was in there.
No, this one's like tall like me, and blonde.
Mike, did you hear that? She said,
Tall
she said
like her.
tall.
She is tall.
I am tall. I'm
I went to give her a hug. I
5'8".
was like, oh, she's the same height as me.
She had to bend down to hug you,
Isn't it
Gimli.
interesting how you like don't really know like the height of someone until you like meet them? You're like, are they 5 foot? Or are they like 6 foot? Are they like tall? Are they not? My legs are the longest. That's
My legs are the shortest.
All legs.
All legs.
Shout out to episode 4 where I talk about short legs.
Short legs.
29 inches, baby.
Oh, you know what? That's complete and total random tangent. Sorry.
Swirling.
To wrestling.
Uh-huh.
WWE. Stacy Keibler, 42-inch legs.
No shot.
And she insured them, bro.
Insured.
Dude,
Yeah, because that was her
that's
signature
like-
thing.
That's so.
That was her thing.
I want to
That's
measure my
insane.
legs now.
If you have 42 inches, you better sell.
Bro.
Start
Sell?
something.
What did you used to, you played sports in school, right? You
Yeah.
played
Basketball, soccer, and swim.
Basketball, that's right, yeah.
All
And
3.
Swim.
Talk about that too.
Yeah. We can talk about that on the next one.
You-
I'm curious too.
We're going to get back into golfing.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
We're horrible at it, but it's fun.
Nope.
What?
You haven't played with me yet.
Sorry, I'm horrible
Speak
at
for yourself.
Yeah.
it. I'm sorry, are you good?
Mm.
Are you like a professional?
My sister's a professional golfer.
Yeah, like on Rocket League?
No, like she legitimately
she-
is a professional golfer.
Well, I would
And
like
then-
some tips from her, please.
Yeah,
I also
dude.
was I took lessons as a kid.
Rocket League,
Golf? Yes.
Golf.
Rocket League.
diamond.
Suck.
Are you a
What?
diamond?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Are you?
Yeah, are you? Dude, okay,
Nerds.
so, no, okay,
Nerds.
hold on. Let me, so I threw that joke in there because it was just going to be an inside thing, but now Kalli wants to make a thing. We're going to make a thing. You ready? Here's the thing. So I love Rocket League. One of my favorite games. I love that game. It's difficult. It's very difficult. I'm diamond, which is not a high rank. It's like, it's just barely below like mid. Like I'm barely above average. But she called me and she's like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm playing Rocket League. And she's like, what? Rocket League? You play Rocket League? She's like, you don't play Rocket League. I was like, I'm literally playing it right now. And then I sent her some clips and she's like, and she was bragging about how you were diamond too, you said, right? And I still don't know because I know you had been drinking that night. So I still don't know. She's like, Rocket
in
League,
Wisconsin.
for sure. Like, not even like, I'm not to this day, I'm not even sure if you ever actually played that
I've
game.
only
For
ever done it in
sure.
my life. But let's all try that. Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Here we go.
Here's the thing. Is
Let's
that
do
some of the
it.
stuff that you
Yeah.
text me, that's what I read it and you're like,
This is the next like pose for all our photo shoots. We just gotta do this. Duh.
Like,
For sure.
put the
For
hand.
sure.
The shot.
with your hair.
No, don't do
Was
that.
that good? Was that elegant?
Yeah,
Yeah?
beautiful.
No, okay, cool.
One of a kind.
I'm glad we're doing video so people saw that
Yeah.
massacre.
Classic.
So,
Jeez.
so did you ever actually play the game?
Yeah, I
Okay,
did.
All right.
Mhm.
Rocket League nerds. But we talked about League of Legends,
That's
which
true.
we never talked about what your ranking was because I never got to your ranking. Blah.
I don't really take rank seriously. I just play it just
Just for
because.
fun.
Oh no, DJ takes it serious.
Not league. No, because if you take league serious,
You want to punch your monitor.
yes, or whatever's around you. You see how this gray right here on my beard from
League of
league.
Legends.
From league.
Rough.
Oh,
It's Rocket
man,
League now.
frustrating. And it's not even the game itself; it's the community. And anybody that
Toxic.
plays the game for more than a few months knows what I'm saying. It is easily like the most toxic community that exists.
Truth.
Like, there's a reason that Riot put in mute all as a command.
Truth.
Interesting.
But I digress.
Yeah, good.
Rocket
Yeah.
League. Rocket League
Right,
and then
Rocket
golf.
League.
So your sister's a
Done.
professional golfer.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
it's so cool.
That's so
She,
cool.
yeah, she was killer in high school, and then she went to Colorado State and was on a full ride there. And then as soon as she left college, she went pro.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Good for her. Does she still play?
So stoked. She is now coaching right now. She's
Nice.
coaching for a school in Dallas,
That's dope.
and then she does like traveling pro. So she'll go to like different tournaments and then like show up on the tee box and hit with the pro or whatever. Like
That's cool.
shoot with the pro.
Do you get to see her very often?
Somewhat, kind of. She just ran a half marathon. Shout out to you, Katrina. I'm so proud of you.
I got winded just
so
hearing
cool.
that. So.
I'm like,
Don't run.
don't golfers walk, not run? But she ran. I'm like, go.
There is speed
So
golfing. If you've ever watched
like
speed,
speed
golfing.
dating.
Speed golfing.
Yeah, so you hit it off the tee, you run towards your ball.
Nope.
while it's still in
Okay,
the
I
air,
already
love
tired.
that.
and
I'm already
then hit it again, and then you run.
I'm already
See,
tired.
Gotta
that's
get
the
your
thing about
strokes.
golf. I just don't have patience for it. Like, I was the one.
What?
I don't have patience for golf.
Just golf?
Just golf.
That's why she's the
Get
queen
out
of
of here. Oh my!
I was gonna say she's the
goodness.
queen of what is it, mini sessions?
Yeah.
Because she's just
That's
so
what I mean.
fast.
Like, I was like,
Yeah.
just golf, really? Like,
so fast.
okay, guys, so we're gonna do 5-minute sessions and post. Get out of here. And post. Get out of here.
Wrong.
Post. Leave.
Absolutely not. Anyone that knows me does my mini sessions. They're like, that was 20 minutes.
Oh, yeah,
I
it
feel like it was
blows by.
eternity.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Queen of
so
the mini
cool.
sessions. I seriously, I like going back to your career real quick. I love everything you've done so far with your life, with your career. You still find a way to, maintain a relationship with not just your clients, but with your friends, which is very difficult, this much moving and stuff you do. And then, I had a very deep conversation about that a long time ago about that kind of stuff. Because it can be hard to stay in contact with friends and family and stuff like that. So,
Very true.
but I applaud you for everything that you have done. I think it's awesome. And obviously, working with Bryce is pretty cool too. I can't wait to have him on here.
Yep.
This will be super
Bryce will
cool.
be on here.
And that picture was just so funny. I'm gonna ask him about that too, like to talk to him, like pick his brains. I kind of I'm glad you're our first guest. I kind of wish Bryce was on before you though, so I could like get some like dirty laundry or something. Like she tripped on this rock and fell like 30 feet, and then something like that. I don't know. It'd be funny to like be like, oh, so I heard you're clumsy.
Oh, here we go again with a hand flip.
That was a double.
The hands.
I don't know what's going on here.
There's some jazz hands in here.
Yeah.
Something's
He gets
on.
this little like accent, like
Right.
thinking that I like talk like that or something. I'm like, I don't
Ever
do
since
that.
Very
I was a
Kalli
kid,
girl.
I don't know why. Ever since
Yeah.
I was a kid, whenever I do like a sarcastic female voice, it comes like this, and I don't know why,
It's Kalli.
but it's always been like that. But like,
Kalli, Valley.
oh my God, the Valley
oh,
girl,
Valley Kalli.
the
Valley,
yes,
Kalli,
Kalli
Kalli.
Valley, Kalli Valley. Oh my God! Like, did you see that? The pictures I just took. It was like 20 minutes, but it felt like 4. Oh my
4?
God! Hair flip,
Hair.
hair flip.
Oh yeah, you're gonna meet Bryce and you'll be like, this is a whole different personality.
Oh, dude,
He's
yeah, I'm sure.
He's so calm. He's very like not saying that you're
Yeah,
not
no,
collected. It's just,
totally.
like, he's very mellow.
sure.
And then he's actually like when I first met him, I was like, damn, he's kinda tall. It's like shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm short. 5'8". Short.
Short.
Is 5'8's average for men, isn't it? 5'4" for females, I think, and then 5'8" for males, I think.
I don't know.
Maybe 5'10"?
Statistics.
Yeah, I don't know.
Doesn't
I looked it
matter.
up because I was curious. Because I'm 5'11".
Okay. I can't wait for you to hear no stories about me falling off of rocks.
Check out that brag, 5'11".
5'11" with a little mouth lick. I'm gonna zoom in on that.
Oh my God.
It was
Yeah, oh my!
disgusting.
Oh, you know what I just forgot about? I just realized just now. You have the opportunity to make like a lot of really funny thumbnails
I know.
for the videos.
I'm excited.
So one of them just gonna be like, just like pose.
Yep. That's it. I'll screen grab that. And that's
And
gonna
we
be
will
the
lose our tens of listeners are right there.
tens of tens. It's true.
So it is true.
Tens of
So
tens
good.
is great.
Oh my gosh, so good.
So anyway,
Anyway,
coming up to the end of the first episode, our first special guest appearance
Part 1.
with Kalli, part 1.
Kalli, part 1.
And we will do part 2 later. But I wanted to thank you again for being on the show. You are amazing. Awesome.
Yeah.
First guest.
So glad to be here. So
Golf
grateful. Love this.
Yeah.
So glad I got to be here with Mike. Got to meet you.
Heyo.
Got to be in person with
Yes.
you.
Finally.
He just like, he follows you on Instagram. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I love that. Can't wait to meet him. So cool.
Yep.
So excited.
Super dope.
Round
Yeah,
2.
Mike's pretty
Round
cool.
2.
I guess. He's pretty cool.
I am.
If you guys made it this far, I appreciate it as always.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much. And we will see you guys next time.
Later.
Bye.